Inter Miami add Lionel Messi, Sergio Busquets, Jordi Alba, and they still don't make the playoffs. Is it a failure, or as like we like to say on this show, is it a fracaso?
It's not a fracaso. I can't call this failure, fracaso. Listen, we have to, when we talk about Inter Miami, Messi's time there this season, you have to separate it in two things. It's before Messi and after Messi. And the Inter Miami that was before Messi was abysmal. Really put him behind the 8 ball. In fact, per Tata Martino, how bad they were expecting maybe to go early round exit in Leagues Cup and have some time to actually work with Messi and to work with this team. But because of Messi, now the after Messi, you've got a title, you have a trophy, something that the club has never had before. Leagues Cup, they didn't expect to go that far because they also didn't realize that they would have the world's best player, the history's best player of the game. And what they did, he had like 10 goals in Leagues Cup play. He was the MVP, easily landslide MVP there. Goes on and then single-handedly helps his team get to the US Open Cup final. Remember that game. It's Messi and those 2 assists. It's the Messi heroics. And I would argue, taking nothing away from Houston, that if he's healthy for that game, this is Inter Miami and Messi potentially lifting up a second trophy. Now, it's not a fracaso for Inter Miami. It's not a fracaso for Messi. He over-delivered on what we quite possibly thought he could do by giving this team a trophy, bringing this team to 2 finals in limited play. Here's the fracaso. Not for Inter, not for Messi, but for Major League Soccer. It is a fracaso, okay, that Messi is here today, injured, and coming off of that injury, over a month-long injury, because FIFA's calendar and Major League Soccer's calendar aren't aligned, and he's overused, and then gets injured. It's a fracaso that at any given FIFA fixture date or window, Inter Miami can have up to 12, if not more, players missing for international duty. That is the fracaso right there. Not on Inter's part, certainly not on Messi's part.
Yeah, I said this on ESPN FC. It's not a fracaso. That's way too strong of a word. It is a missed opportunity, right? We're going to sense just how much attention goes away when Lionel Messi is not involved. The playoffs should be the time of the year when everybody's paying attention. That's obviously not going to be the case here, right? Everybody's going to be asking where he was. You saw the report from Paul Tenorio last week. For the teams that get Lionel Messi to come to their stadium, even if he doesn't show up, you make a lot of money. What was the number for Chicago Fire? Like $10 million in revenue that they made from the $62,000 that they put in Soldier Field. So it's a big missed opportunity, Herc. But in the context of the Leagues Cup trophy, in the context of the Open Cup final, and in the reality that this Inter Miami team, which was absolutely brutal when he showed up, earned a ticket to the CONCACAF Champions Cup, and therefore, Herc, has an opportunity to represent MLS potentially down the road in an expanded FIFA Club World Cup. That's the victory of this season. If you would have told anybody connected with Inter Miami that Messi would show up, and independent of his performance, of what he would do, that they would walk out of the back half of this nightmare of a season with a ticket to the CONCACAF Champions Cup, they absolutely would have taken it. And Herc, I don't know if this is even a bad thing for Lionel Messi. He needs a break, right? This is a guy who came straight from vacation, straight into the Leagues Cup. We've seen all of the travel, all of the games, the toll that it's taken on him. And I know that we're probably due for a off-season here of, is Messi going to go on loan? Is Messi going to try to find some action somewhere else? Jorge Mas has already told us he does not want Messi going on loan to Barcelona. I don't think that's going to happen, and I think that's the best policy for Inter Miami here. They have to get Lionel Messi a break because 2024 is also going to be a really long year for this guy if we factor in the Copa America.
My only worry is he's 36 years old, turning 37 years old, and is going to come off an extended period of time off. That is different for any player. There's a reason he's the GOAT. There's a reason he's been so consistent throughout his career. But we're talking about 3-4 months off, Seb. That worries me a little. Hopefully, it's a benefit to him. He heals up, and we can see the best Messi in Major League Soccer next season. But that is a worry, and Jorge Mas can say whatever he wants. He can preach church right now. But if Messi wants to go, Messi's going to go. It's that simple. Messi at this point right now is part of that ownership.